Hello, hello, welcome back or welcome to the channel. I'm so happy to have you here with me. If this message doesn't resonate somewhere deep within you, or you're fighting with it in any sort of way, leave this behind for the soul that is meant to find. This is a soul-led message, which is why it needs to resonate deep within you for it to be your message. May love hold you. May truth guide you, and may you be released from whatever isn't yours. And so it is. Okay, let's see what your soul wants you to focus on. And we have the witch. I would say this is your feminine side, okay? The receptive side, the nurturing side. This is what your soul wants you to focus on. By the way, if you're a man coming into this, you have a feminine side. The feminine side of you is the one that nurtures, knows what you need in order to nurture yourself, and then actually does it. So there's something within this receiving type of energy that your soul wants you to focus on. Why have you been brought to this? We have Lamb. I feel like your soul is trying to bring to your attention where you're being led. I find that really interesting. Okay, what's opening up for you? We have the stork. So this talks about improvements, positive improvements, transitions. So it is giving me the feeling, because of this femininity, the focus on the feminine energy here, it feels like the feminine energy is being easily influenced by outside forces. But I do feel like there's going to be a change to that. I think it's the focus, like what we talked about already, of what's supporting you? We have market. There's a positive exchange that's helping you. What I mean by a positive exchange is you're giving what you're getting. So there's, I don't know if I would say positive. I guess I would say that there's an equal exchange that is supporting you. What's coming in to support you further? We have clouds. I find that super interesting. Well, there's going to be a mental or emotional haze. When that mental or emotional haze clears, I do think that there's going to be some sort of improvement. But there is confusion right now, and I think this is why things don't feel so clear. Like, even this reading doesn't feel like I'm clear, even though, I don't know, like I'm giving you what's coming through, but it just doesn't feel clear. The truth is, we have the rockets. Something's taking off right now. either something's taking off, like something is like grabbing hold and kind of like, whoa, opening up, or something is launched, like you just started something. You literally just launched something. It almost feels like, I don't know, I still can't get quite a grasp. The Lamb is really throwing me with this. All right, we're going to trust that it's going to make sense at some point, right? All right, commit to, we have Clover. It's really cute. It almost feels like this is like commit to ease, right? Commit to things working in your favor. I almost feel like it's almost like committing to the belief that everything is working in your favor. Well, that would make sense. Okay, with the clouds, and once the clouds clear, you understand that it's working in your favor. I think this might actually help that storm pass more quickly. Because part of the reason you may not be able to see the clarity yet is because there's a nervous system activation based on the not knowing part. It's not the not knowing. It's feeling like, because you cannot know and actually not be activated because you know it's working out for your benefit. This isn't that, or this is what's wanting to change, or this is what I feel like is coming through for you. That it's not that, it's more of when you build upon the belief that everything is happening for you, it just opens up the door to see more. Like, okay, well, that seems crazy, but even though that seems crazy, if it was true, what would that mean? And it like opens up different pathways, like even neural pathways, because you're thinking different. So you're firing different neurons, which creates different pathways for you to receive information. And so it seems as though you're being asked to commit to that. You know, that now I'm starting to come back to the lamb, because the lambs are sacrificial. And we already said that, you know, we were brought here because we're being easily influenced. It feels like with that, we were easily influenced by the ideas or the things that we're receiving. And it seems like that's what there needs to be more discernment on every idea, even though it may be logical or sound good, doesn't mean that you have to adapt it as your own. Doesn't mean that you have to accept that it is indeed your belief. And to also understand what's popping up now is understand that the more you're exposed to the same idea over and over again, the more it is grounded and rooted deep within you. So if you know that something isn't for you, it's like, don't watch something just because it makes you angry, because then what you're doing is saying, I like to be angry, right? And if that's what you like, and that feels good, right, and true for you, I'm not telling you not to do that. I'm just giving you kind of a comparison. All right, let's see what the undercurrent flowing through this soul focus is. We have coffin. That's interesting. It's something is ending with this. It does feel like, keep coming back to this like belief, and to the lamb situation, not being so easily influenced by other people's energies. You know what I'm seeing, and I don't even know what it would be, but I'm almost seeing you like list, does this idea or belief match or meet this criteria? It needs to be this, 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 this. If it is, I'll accept this as my truth. Almost as if you're giving your brain or your mental construct a way to filter through things that matter. But it's like you need to create that filter so that you have kind of all these boundaries in place so it doesn't reach deep within you if it doesn't meet those parameters. It sounds so interesting, but that... Okay. I will say, though, now the lamb makes so much more sense. I'm glad I stuck with this, because honestly, I wanted to turn it off and be like, I'm so done with this. Because it wasn't making sense to me. Anyway, do network. Your soul wants you to network, expand your reach. All right, so the reason this boundary, I think, is coming in is because whatever it is that you are doing, I feel as though you are going to be somebody who networks with a lot of people, which is why it's really imperative to have these boundaries in place, so to speak, because if you don't, you're going to take yourself way out of alignment. So do network, do reach out, do put yourself out there, but when you receive back energy, make sure that you filter through what you're receiving back to make sure it's something that you want to ingest within your being. All right, that is what I have for you today. If this soul whisper supported you and you would like to reciprocate that support, like, share, subscribe to this channel. And that helps me in a free way. If you would like to be extra supportive, my Venmo and PayPal are located in the description box. I really, really appreciate your energetic exchange. Until the next whisper, my friends.